At IQ, nutrition and wellness videos are meant to be informative and educational. They are not intended to diagnose, treat, prevent, or cure any disease or condition. It is not intended to substitute the advice, treatment, and/or diagnosis of a qualified licensed healthcare professional. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. My name is Erin, and today we are going to dive more into stomach acid issues. So I've had a lot of friends that have come to me and said, I think I have heartburn too. I think my doctor says that I have high stomach acid, or my doctor put me on these PPIs and sucralfate and all this stuff to control my acid. And so I just listened to an expert interview in my courses who is a GI specialist down in Houston, Texas. And he actually spoke on this and said that, in medical school, doctors are pretty much taught that if they present with XYZ signs and symptoms, that we, use that and most of the time end up diagnosing with high stomach acid. And he said it's amazing. You don't really, as a GI specialist, we're not really trained to look for low stomach acid. We don't really consider that, as an option. So now we're seeing more and more people that have been on these proton pump inhibitors. If you take Zantac or Pepcid, Tums, things like that, because you get indigestion and heartburn after you eat. People are like, oh, I've got reflux or high stomach acid. And so many times, which I can say I was one of them, it is low stomach acid. So I'm going to do a separate video on how you might be able to test this yourself right at home to kind of have a general direction on if you have high stomach acid or low stomach acid. And it doesn't take any kind of special anything. You don't need to go order anything on Amazon. Literally is just some baking soda and water. And this is something that you can test yourself, and you can take with that information whatever you would like to do. I just know that for me, this was the number one thing that pointed out my low stomach acid issues. And then also the body naturally wants to heal, and it wants to be able to create those stomach acids. And so we just have to give it the right things, and those right things may not be right for everyone. So there's different protocols based on everyone's body chemistry and histamine levels as to what is going to work best for them. I started kind of developing my own, retraining my body to create its own stomach acid using a betaine HCl protocol, but that's not going to be what's best for everyone. So yeah, if we don't have the proper amount of stomach acid, so I was eating all these organic and whole foods and was just still in so much pain. And it's ultimately because you can eat the best diet, like the most organic, the most pure, clean diet that you could possibly find. And if your body cannot break them down, it doesn't know what to do with them. And then you are passing through undigested food, and your body is not getting any of those nutrients. So now you're malnourished on top of everything, on top of the heartburn, on top of the indigestion. This is super, super, super common. It's one of the things that I am learning about in my coursework this week that I'm just so excited about. Because it's hit so close to home. This was exactly my number one root issue, was malnutrition because of improper stomach acid. So on top of the pain, I also wasn't getting the nutrients. And we need those nutrients. Those are our energy. Those are what keeps our body going and keeps it repaired. So without those things, you're going to find yourself not feeling so well. So I will do a different video on the baking soda test that you can do at home if you want. And hopefully, that will kind of be an eye opener to some people. So stay well.